Boom, 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 boom. Look at my eyes. Tell me what you see. Ghost of personality. Like Mussolini. Oh, shit. What's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know, this is the 6-man convo. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe.
Ooh, yeah, nigga.
Let's get it. Dude. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. What it do? This your man 6-man K Styles on Tuesday night, which lets you know that this is no. This is the 6-man convo, and I am your host, 6-man K Styles. And on my stage left, as you already know, it is the senator of the Bad Mike Sports. And at the bottom of the screen, joining us today on this program is the therapist ATL, aka Juan, aka another one of the villains. So,
Howdy.
Hey, so we going over here and we ride down on the block. And we always got hit with those 3 special words. The first is real. Roll cow. And as we already know with these shows, we gotta definitely give the first roll call shout out to the members, or the members that may be here or may not be here. Go to Mr. Andrew G. Appreciate you tuning in. And that is the member of the show of the day. But let's get back into the rest of the roll call. Hold on, where that? We got Mr. Joseph Thornton. We got Pat Norris, Miss Pamela Johnson, Big Ant in the building, Old Chicken Hall, YMO Jamal, Bubba Gump, Red Swarm, Jay Diaz, Red Monk, Jerry Bowie, Brian ATL Leo, Red Sports. We got Coach Unchained in the building. We got Logan Reeves, Jonathan Rozier, Nathan Floyd, Lee Cope, Deshaun Platt, Demetric Thomas, Ethan Jones, Ben Force, Estonia in the building, Shaka Zulu, Robert Benny, UCA Knight, Red Butts, and Ready. Not the driver entry. So that's be the end of the roll call right there. It's a very little quick in here. So, and I would like to tell, hey, DJ, got it. All right. How's everybody doing today? Juan, what's going on with you, my brother? How we doing today, man?
Bruh, we are uplifted right now, but we got to do some house cleaning. You know how that is, K-Styles.
Some house cleaning. I think we should save that a little bit later. I want to go ahead and get this topic out the way first before we get into this.
All right.
So, as everybody knows, the topic of the show as they've revealed the numbers for certain guys. Hold on. Let me make sure I do this right. Hold on. Take that down. So, Bijan Robinson number has been revealed, and it seems like he's going to take the mantle of the number 7 of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, for him, for that certain reason, it's his beliefs in his faith that he takes the mantle of that number. Other folks are looking at it at another way of maybe they're trying to push him to surpass the legacy of that number, said Michael Vick, and everybody's happy. Then you got a certain portion of folks that are not too thrilled about it. But we say that for another day. But let's go ahead and get straight into the... Yeah, hold on. Before we get into it, Mike, Juan, is there any other news in the sports world y'all want to speak on before we get to this?
Mike, what's on your mind?
What is on your mind?
What is on my mind?
Not a damn
Look
thing.
into my ears and tell me what it is you see. Look into my eyes and tell me what it is you see. What is in my mind? All right, what the hell are we talking about for one?
All right, so we're gonna get straight into the topic for the night, and the topic is Bijan Robinson Tyler Allgeier, the next great running back duo. Now, as we already know, you still got the contingent that's not really too, I ain't going to say too thrilled, but like I said, the last couple of days, apprehensive about Bijan being here, especially with Tyler Allgeier and him picking up the slack from what this team was missing from last year and kind of being one of the major bright spots. But
right,
when we look at this team and we're looking at how this situation can present itself, this may be a good thing. Like you said, you got 2 young running backs. You got one that's proven to you that when his number is called in Tyler Allgeier, he can do the damn thing. You got high expectations for Bijan Robinson. Like I said, you got 2 completely different styles here that can coincide with each other. I just want to go ahead and get either Juan, Mike, however y'all want to kick it off. What are your thoughts about this potentially being the next great running back duo? And like I said, if you want to know some, especially in recent history with the Falcons,
let me.
what's up?
Oh, did Dirk Cutter get him?
I think Dirk Cutter may have got him.
See,
I did. John Rozier, we're gonna speak on that a little bit later too, about the whole Dillon Brooks thing. So we're gonna
let me say this. You hear me? I want to make sure everybody hear me.
Okay. Okay, Mike.
Yeah, Dirk Cutter don't want it to get out.
He don't want to get out.
Nah. I'll go ahead. Oh, you back, Mike?
Let me get this super chat out the way.
Let
Shout out.
me. The hell with that super chat right now. Where's Swarm? I love you, brother, but let me say this real quick. I go. Never mind. Go ahead, K Styles. I can wait 2 seconds. Go ahead.
Hey, we got two things here. Red Swan with the $4.99 super chat said, "Hey man, these damn Marlins just threw a pitch up at Acuna head. It missed though. Why am I not fucking surprised? The Marlins always
It's that punk ass. It's that punk ass fucking Brian Schnicker fault. That's who fucking fault it is.
And we also have a new member, Terry Lord. As you already know, man, we trying to build this membership up a little bit way so we can do a little bit more things on here, have some more possible giveaways and some different type of shows that may involve the members only. So I'm trying to definitely build that up, but definitely appreciate that, man. Go ahead, Mike. What was you about to say before Dirk Cutter took over?
So we got some numbers here. All right. I want to give y'all guys some fucking numbers. All right. And I'm saying this as nice as I possibly fucking can. We got some fucking morons out here talking about the Falcons offense. The running backs aren't explosive. It's just fucking stupid. Okay. All right. Let me give you this last couple of years with this guy. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but I think he's pretty good. He had 153 attempts, 618 yards rushing at a 4-yard attempt, average 6 touchdowns in 2021. And then last year, when everybody thought he was pretty much on the downfall, guy had 144 yards attempts, 695. All right, 4.8 average a carry. This guy had 8 touchdowns. Does anybody happen to know who that guy is?
I love.
Who?
That guy is Cordero Patterson. Right? 4 yards a pop, 8 touchdowns, and what was perceived to be a down year, and the Falcons quote unquote lack explosiveness. And then there's this young fella, 210 carries at 1,035, 4.9 a carry, 3 touchdowns. And the Falcons' offense run game was perceived to be the lack of explosive plays. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but how the fuck can you rush for 1,000 yards with 200 carries and have a lack of explosive plays? Explain that to me. Now, if you want to say that the Atlanta Falcons offense with Bijan Robinson is going to be that much more explosive, then I can't argue with that. But when you go out of your way to say that the Falcons offensive running game was a top 3, top 5 for sure, as far as running the damn ball, okay? They were top in the NFL. They were number 1 in rushing attempts. Number 1 in rushing attempts. Let me say it again. Number 1. All right? They were number 1 in rushing attempts. Almost 5 yards a pop for 2 running backs. And you're trying to talk to me about Allgeier not being good enough, CP not being good enough. It's freaking foolish. This is the reason why we're having this show, is because the numbers speak for itself. You can do all this talking, you can look at all these, this film and all that, but the numbers speak for itself. This is the reason why Caleb McGarry ended up getting another contract, is because the Falcons' running game was that damn good. All right. So according to Red Swan, was number 3 in rushing offense to be exact. All right. So thank you, Red Swan, for that. Appreciate that. But again, this has nothing to do with the fact that we're trying to quote unquote put Falcons fans in their place when it comes down to acknowledging the greatness or potential greatness of a Bijan Robinson, because I think we all believe that he's going to be a phenomenal running back and a player for this organization. Has nothing to do with that. But what we're doing here is bringing the light is that Tyler Allgeier is a fucking monster. Okay? CP, after fumbling the ball, this dude called his own fucking shot. Yeah, he called a Michael Jordan on your ass. He called a Michael Jordan. I'll make up for it. I promise y'all that. The next play, the dude returned the kick for a touchdown. But we up here talking about the Falcons, Tyler Allgeier and CP aren't explosive enough. And I haven't forgotten about Huntley. No, we haven't forgotten about Huntley. This is how good and great the offensive line and that running game for the Atlanta Falcons is. This is the goofy shit that we talking about. And third and fourth, all right. And fourth, I want to bring to light this point. Remember this guy with them damn braids in his head that they was trying to get to come here? Remember what was the talking point surrounding that guy, K-Styles? You remember that? That if the Falcons were to bring him in, what would the Falcons offense be?
Much more explosive running the football.
So let me get this back. Let me ask you this question. So if a quarterback can bring more explosiveness, and Bijan Robinson just so happened to be a real running back, why shouldn't this offensive running game be that much? Wouldn't it be equal, if not more dangerous, if you had a real running back versus a quarterback? That's what I want to know.
Oh, we got a doppelganger. Oh, I'm about to say we got a doppelganger coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
like that.
Here's a key point from D. Coleman. D. Coleman made a good point here. CP was third in the NFL in rushing before he went down.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're saying here is, and kind of piggybacking off of what Mike is saying is yes, Bijan Robinson will be the star of the backfield. Like I said, based only on what he brings to the table. He, like I said, the versatility that he brings and stuff too. But the thing is, what we're saying is, and like I said, this ain't everybody. So if you don't fall in this category, I'm not talking about you. But what we're saying is Tyler Allgeier is going to play a big part in this offense. If you listen to the words Arthur Smith described these two, the first thing he mentioned was Tyler Allgeier was a sledgehammer.
Facts.
And Bijan Robinson was low contact, balance type running back. In which right there and there kind of told all of us is what was his plan on these two. And like you said, what this does too is it helps lighten the load. I ain't gonna say lighten the load, but what it does is it lets CP be what he is. And that's being an experienced guy that's kind of that multiple purpose player, where you may see him more lined up at wide receiver this year than the backfield, but you'll still have him get a couple carries. Like I said, this is what shout out to Jew Talk Sports, and this is what he spoke on before the draft pick was made, where it was positionless football. They are essentially trying to turn this Atlanta Falcons offense into an NBA type offense, where you have no positions, but everything is based on skill sets.
Right. That's the whole point of having a guy like Kyle Pitts, because you can line him up. And this is why I laughed at a lot of people when they say it's like this is a 22 personnel team. No, that's not a 22 personnel team. This team, like you even see Jonnu Smith lined up as an H back, a fullback, and a running back, tight end. He split out wide. These are the things that he was doing with Jonnu Smith in Tennessee. These are the things that he was doing with Kyle Pitts. We saw Kyle Pitts line up at fullback on the goal line several times. These are the things that he wants to incorporate with this Atlanta Falcons offense. And this is why you go out and get a guy like Bijan Robinson who you can put him on the slot. Listen to what he's saying. This is what K-Style was just talking about. Listen to what he's saying. He's going to be the sledgehammer. So when it comes down to how to use Bijan, Bijan is going to be more like a CP than he's going to be like Tyler Allgeier. And K-Style, who do you said he was going to be? Tyler Allgeier?
T.J. Duckett.
T.J. Duckett.
Because if you paid attention to the Falcons last year, okay. And before I get to this, let me get these super chats out the way right quick, man. And shout out Terry Lloyd with the $2 super chat, said 12 personnel will be unstoppable. And it's very interesting when you're saying those matchups too, because like I said, you can have 22 personnel that is versatile enough to run 4-5 wide. Just depending on who's out there. And Red Swan with another $4.99 super chat. Say, I like what you said there. You left that guy with the braids as nameless. Y'all make that a rule across the AFL.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I've already been sick about talking about that name. His name, thou shalt not be said. And before I get to my point, I want to bring on another one of my brothers in here. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Yo, Raps.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hell.
Hey, what's up, people? How we doing this evening? How we doing out there today?
Expeditiously good.
All right. I just want to get this out there because it's some of the stuff that I heard people been saying all day. I just gotta say one thing about that. Damn. All right. Now we can get it going though, man. Hey, how everybody doing out there today, man? I go by the name of Knight Rider. I'm your producer of the year, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, cats.
Right on the track.
Yeah, Farouk, The Rock, Mustafa. What I already said, D-Lo Brown. What the two boys that used to rap with him? All them, whole nation, man. How everybody doing out there?
We are the nation.
Domination.
but yeah, man, that like I said, that's what the whole purpose of the show is. Just like what Mike said, is to not push Tyler by the wayside, but coming into an understanding of what they're trying to accomplish here. Like you said, when he said Tyler Allgeier is the sledgehammer, that only said one role: red zone back. Yeah. If you looked at the Falcons this past year,
Tyler was beating them down, boy. He was beating them down.
Yeah. If you look at this past season, when Cordero Patterson came right back off that injury, what was his role? Red zone back.
Yeah. AK Styles. What a lot of people failing to realize, when you have dual backs like that, number one, the dynamic saves the wear and tear on each player. which means that one player doesn't have to carry the sole load of the run game by themselves.
Right.
And you don't have to necessarily lean on the quarterback in the case of somebody needing to run. So you don't have to worry about Ritter scrambling so much.
Yep.
Now by having Tyler Allgeier as the battering ram or like the sledgehammer, then you're gonna have Bijan as a finesser, which means Bijan will be able to go out. He'll be able to hit routes. He'll be able to catch it out of the backfield. He'll be able to kind of like stretch the field just a little bit, which makes defenses. What happens is you force the secondary to be honest, because now they got to worry about not only the defense got to worry about containing the line of scrimmage, but then your secondary has to worry about coverage. So now you're forcing the defensive coordinator to spread the defense out, because they're not going to spread it out so much as they leave a bunch of lanes open, but they'll be spread out just enough to where, okay, they don't know who to lock in on. And that in turn also saves on injuries.
Let me give y'all an idea of how good Tyler Allgeier was. Now, I think for the most part, people will say Saquon Barkley right now is the best back in the NFL. Now, that's arguable. I'll just say, for argument's sake, they'll just say he's the best. So we talking about him being a sledgehammer. Does anybody know the number of first downs that Saquon Barkley rushed for this year? Just a guess.
Okay, say that again.
I go look at that.
How many first downs that he ran for out of 292 attempts?
I'm gonna say 48.
I say about 70.
Okay,
I say about 65.
Yeah, maybe too one.
Okay, so the number is 62. Out of 292, 295 attempts, 62 of them were first downs. All right, we're gonna look at Tyler Allgeier, his number. All right, 210 rushing attempts. This guy had 53 first downs with 80 less carries on him. So that's damn near from 62. That's 9 less first downs with 90 less carries. This is how good this guy is compared to one of the best, if not the best, in Saquon Barkley. Let me say that again. Saquon Barkley, out of 295 rushing attempts, has 62 first downs. Tyler Allgeier, 210 rushing attempts, he had 53.
Well, let me tell you something. The more you know.
Yeah.
Now, with what Mike just said, just imagine Bijan on the other side of that. Now, if you're a defensive coordinator, you got to figure out who you're trying to stop.
Boy, I'm telling you right now, every defensive coordinator we have gonna be bald headed before week 1.
Yeah, and just think, let Bijan hit his stride. Let him and Tyler get warmed up at the same time. You have a 60-minute problem. And then we're not gonna even mention Cordero Patterson, because, like you said, you can go ahead and load that box all you want to. We still got an extra man as an X factor.
Bro, that's more than 60-minute problem. That's a whole week problem.
Yeah. And again, each of those guys can rotate, which means you're not burning out one player, which means that defenses cannot sit up there and target just one player.
See, everybody's trying to replace Tyler Allgeier instead of trying to add to the backfield. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
They worry about replacing one with the other.
Right.
That's not what's going on.
Right. So, Will, I'm glad you said that, Will. I want to go ahead and ask you this question, man, if you don't mind me asking.
Go ahead.
So, What is the equation that we are not talking about when it comes to this situation? What do you feel like?
The receiving equation. The receiving equation that your boy brings to the table, Bijan. This man was catching over DBs, bro. Not just catching the ball. Oh, it's in my bread batch. No, he going up, high pointing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. If you listen to what Arthur Smith's saying, he say multiple times, Bijan Robinson is not just a running back. He said multiple times he's not just a running back. So he pretty much letting you know how he gonna use him right there.
Big Will, wait a minute, Big Will, because I think a lot of these people, a lot of the fans be on speaker spell. You mean to tell me that this man got a catch radius? Is that what you saying?
Yes, dude. Yes,
oh my gosh.
He has a catch radius.
So that means right. You damn right. So that means that this man, he's not only going to run you over, but he's gonna go get it in your face. Is that what you're saying?
Go get it. He gonna give you that. He gonna give you what Cardell Patterson would have gave if somebody would have found his skills late before Arthur Smith did.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and the only reason why I asked that question too is while we're sitting here talking about what this potential run game could be, you already see what's happening now. Everybody's now Kyle Pitts becomes unaccounted for because you see the attention is not on him no more.
Right.
Big you can't double nobody, K-Style.
But see what they're doing is, and I've heard this today, what they're doing is now they're looking at what they've done is they've discounted the Falcons defense because they say, the age and the injuries is an issue. So what they're looking now is they're picking apart our offense and they're saying now, well, because of Kyle's injury, we don't know if he's going to be ready. Well, he may miss a couple games for the season and da-da-da-da-da. So because they're focused so much on Bijan, now they're using Kyle Pitts' healing time as an excuse for him not to be on the field.
Right.
And might I remind you, who is our coaching staff? We have a coaching staff that plays to the players' strengths. If we were that close to going to the playoffs with a mediocre team that had injuries, you got a full roster now. And what people not understanding is Kyle Pitts is not going to get bracketed like he did before because he's not the only threat on the field. Yep. Again, you decrease his ability to get injured because he's not the focal point. Y'all got to understand, the Falcons offense is going to force defenses to spread out. Yeah. It is designed to. What up?
You do know that y'all, everybody out there, y'all do know that there were 6 games where we were within 6 points of winning.
Yes.
That we were
now, can I go deeper than that? We were one throw away from winning. I'll put it like that. If you can believe it.
In at least 2 games.
Right. So you imagine you got 7 weapons on the field. Arthur Smith can put 7 weapons on the field if he chooses to. Who's going to stop who? Because if you don't get to Ritter, you got a problem.
Right. It ain't going to be too many times they're going to get to it because we're going to be running the ball down the darn throats.
And Mike said something very key. Ritter doesn't have to throw 40, 50 yards down the field. All he got to do is do chunk plays.
Right.
Short passes. Jew's favorite saying, death by 1,000 paper cuts with 7 weapons.
I'm bleeding. All day.
This offense is designed to be 1, efficient, 2, it lowers the risk of injury, 3, hard to detect who or what we're going to do.
Right.
And 4, forces defenses to be honest in every aspect. So it's going to test the front 7. It's going to test the secondary to no end.
And now, and like Chuck said, now Desmond Ritter's athletic ability becomes the secret weapon.
Oh, yeah.
That part. That part.
Yes, it do.
See,
you got that. This man runs a 4.5, man.
Runs a 4.5 for a quarterback.
He ain't your tip like your Lamar that he just choose to use it. No, he keep that shit under wrap. You might think he just slow as hell in that pocket. You let him get loose.
Hey, K-Style, are we going to soon talk about that gem that we discovered in the undrafted free agency gem that we going to talk about? Is that something?
Hold on. Night Rod, they don't think that, bro, because he showed them that in them 4 games.
Yeah.
The time that man supposed to been sacked and he got up out of there.
Oh, he's slippery.
Don't play with that boy, man.
He's slippery in the. See, pay attention. The 4 games is going to tell you what you get a preview to, because that man was slippery in the pocket.
Yep.
He was slippery in the pocket. I've never seen a man have 3 defenders hands on him. He slips out, still runs out, and makes a play downfield.
Man, for everybody that think that man's slow, for everybody that think he can't do nothing in the pocket, I just got one thing to say to y'all.
Damn.
And we ain't even talking about we only talking about 3 plays. We ain't talking about Scotty Miller. We ain't talking about Jonnu Smith.
Right.
So here's my, like I said, then kind of going with that aspect of it too is, and I think the one skill set that a lot of people really don't talk about, Bijan Robinson, and I want to kind of put this on the forefront right now as far as him. And like I said, I had to go back. I didn't look at highlights. I looked at games.
Mm-hmm.
Is his pass block, his pass pro ability as a running back is pretty damn good.
What's the numbers on that?
Stop making sense, bro. I know.
How dare you make sense, K-Styles? Shame on you.
In the words of one Magnus, shout out to my dog Magnus, by the way. Can he block the? Can he block the? Yes, he can.
Can he block? But yeah, like you said, it's now you put Ritter in a situation, like you said, his job is not to be the savior.
Nope.
Right.
Job is to manage the game, get the ball out, and let these guys do their job.
It's just making for him to come out there and play free now. He can play free.
Exactly.
He ain't got to worry about that.
And do y'all realize one of the scariest things y'all overlook, and I picked it up very quickly, Ritter is a walking playbook. He does not need a wristband.
Nope.
So whatever Arthur Smith cooks up for him, it's going to be in his head before he hits the field.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Look at Deco. Look at Deco.
Devontae Freeman's ass ain't allowed back to the door right now. I like him a lot, but that blocking soup, that whiff blocking the Super Bowl kind of left a bad taste.
First of all, how you miss a block like that, then get traded to another team, talk-ish on the team, and then fizzle out? I don't understand that logic, but no, I digress.
Right here it is.
Damn.
4 times.
Yeah.
For every step on that missed block, that's how many dams you got.
That's right.
But also, too, is I also want to put a shining light on another Falcon player that's on this offense that definitely is going to be a key contributing force to this running game. And
I know where you're going.
Nobody's talking about him. I'm talking about that man we call Keith Smith.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man, we call Keith Smith as the church of the fullbacks and showing that fullbacks will be appreciated in this offense. Like I said, he's going to be the key as well as the offensive line to help open these holes. Like I said, a lot of folks need to put respect on Keith Smith.
And put some cheese on it too.
A little bit of hot sauce.
Because in 2021, with Mike Davis,
oh my God, truck dies,
and Cordero Patterson running the football, like I said, once Dirk Cutter left Atlanta, Keith Smith took his game to another level.
Isn't that interesting?
Yep.
As far as being able to open these holes and allowing these guys to run through it. See, in 2021, Cordero was hitting those holes, but Mike Davis wasn't.
Right.
2022, Huntley was hitting them holes.
Right.
Patterson was hitting them holes.
Yep.
Allgeier was hitting them holes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, you are saying holes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
They was probably hitting them holes too now.
Hey. However you interpret it. It's whatever you like.
Just know bodies getting thrown out the club, as LT would say.
Right.
Get out the club.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh. Y'all stupid. Hey, y'all, man. Y'all 10 people in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all go hit that like button, man. Let me y'all go ahead and hit that like button for your boy, man. Like I said, we're going to be checking here in a minute.
What was our fullback name 2016? What's his name?
Patrick DeMarco.
Patrick DeMarco.
Yeah. That's who Keith Smith got me. That's who he got me thinking about right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he every bit of Patrick DeMarco.
Oh yeah. Appreciate
it. And yeah, that's why I said these are the guys that we talk about that does. Like I said, while we get enamored with like the popular name, which is Bijan Robinson, which is guys like Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to forget about those other guys that become potential. See, we're gonna be talking about defense another time, but we're just kind of focusing on offense today. But like you said, that's where you say those little guys. And this is where Matthew Bergeron comes into play and be another key piece on this offense. Because the issues that we say with this Falcons offensive line is, yes, they may have been a top 10 rated offensive line. But if you watch closely during those games, the weak spot that was getting penetrated the most was between the left guard and the center.
And can I say something, K-Styles? Because this needs to be said while you're on the topic of Matthew Bergeron. Can y'all please, for the love of a cheese sandwich, stop comparing this man's skill set to Jalen Mayfield's hiccups? Can y'all please stop that? Every player that we bring on this team ain't a carbon copy of the one before him. They see something in this kid. Everybody that may be able to fit a certain position or something that they're trying to mold him into does not have the exact same skill set or skill intensity. I get tired of hearing these media personalities and some of these content creators talking about we got Matthew Bergeron, but well, is it safe to put him in there? Because, we threw Jalen Mayfield in the fire and, oh my gosh, we know how that went. Like, bruh, the man ain't even sniffed the field yet. He ain't even sniffed the turf. And y'all already basically putting Jalen Mayfield's hiccups on him. Let the man develop and show you his own skill set. They wouldn't have drafted him had he not had a skill set. This is not, look, I'm going to say this one time. And if you miss it, you miss it. This is not the 2022 Falcon roster. I hate to tell you that. Get over it. It's not. It's got pieces from it here and there, peppered in the crowd, but this is a totally different roster and a totally different mindset with the coaching staff to back it up. Give that man an opportunity to show you who he is. Now, if it don't turn out that way, fine. But you can't sit up here and transpose somebody else's foolishness onto another man. As it's asinine.
But like you said, with Bergeron kind of being the offensive type, like if you're comparing Bergeron to Jalen Mayfield, like you said, you have to look at the circumstance for which it is. And this kind of getting off subject, but I want to hit this right quick. When you think about Jalen Mayfield and what he was brought, originally Jalen Mayfield's role was to be the backup to Caleb McGarry because they didn't know how Caleb McGarry was going to pan out as far as him being a contract here.
That part.
They drafted Jalen Mayfield to be the backup right tackle. Now, if you're going from right tackle to left guard, that's a big transition because you're going from looking from one side of the field to the other side of the field. And a lot of guys may not be able to transition like that. Now, Bergeron may be a tackle and you move him to guard, but here's the difference. You're moving him from left tackle to left guard.
Right.
You're essentially in the same damn stance.
He just next door. He's next door.
He ain't across the street. He ain't across the street. He next door now.
He next door.
Hey, like I said, yeah, man, y'all go ahead. Y'all better go ahead and hit that like button, man. Go ahead and hit that like button. We got to get this thing. We got 111. We got to at least get the 60 on this one. So we're going to take a music intermission break here and let y'all do your thing. And we'll sit here and just look idly by while y'all do it. So, hold on. Play the music. Like I said, y'all make sure you also go ahead and subscribe to not only Six Man K Styles, but Utah Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, the Rex, Blackberry Rex. And you make sure y'all go ahead and get y'all tickets to the Red Black. And so, just want to give y'all an opportunity to get that like because it helps the algorithm and it puts more eyes to what we're doing over here. But as we always say, we are the villains. We're not for everybody. But that's watching.
Hey man, while y'all get them likes up, make sure you guys RSVP for the Red and Black event happening on July 22nd of this year. You guys get a chance to meet with us, seeing the AFN Mad Mike family, hang out, have a good time, eat some good food, get some beer, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys RSVP. Like I said, if you guys need the link, we'll go ahead and do that. But make sure you do not miss out, man, because like I said, it's going to be limited space. So you want to get there early.
If you ain't going to be there, then you just going to be square. So you make sure you have your face in the place on July 22nd. I don't know where we're going to be at, but you're going to find out. I'm going to be there. If you find me there, y'all buy a drink for me or give me a Corona or something. We'll sit there and we'll politic. I'm going to match y'all drink. So you buy me a drink, I'm going to match it back. Holla at your
Get
boy.
this man the drink. You're going to match it with a bank. Get this man the drink.
Come on now, enjoy yourself, man. I'm going to have y'all a grand old time, dog. I promise you, man. It's going down like a right hook in the third round. You feel me? Okay.
Depends on what right hook
you don't be there. If you don't show up, I got one thing to say to you.
One more time.
Damn.
There it is.
That shirt just said that's like the perfect shirt. That's just like the perfect shirt to have. Just say damn.
Right.
But yeah, just kind of piggybacking off on the Bergeron thing, like Michael here he says on the field that he kind of has a mean streak.
Yes.
Y'all do realize that last pick we got is kind of the same way. Jovan Gwynn has a mean streak too.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick?
Do your thing.
So, see, let me ask everybody, and like, can you put on some music real quick? It's gonna be about 3 minutes, probably about 3 minutes. They put some music on. Okay, I got some questions. I want to see everybody answer to this question. I got one question. All right, and that question is gonna be followed by my point.
Okay.
But the question is, how many people thought Caleb McGarry was a bust? All right. How many people, by show of hands, red, black, bullseye, don't matter. How many people in this chat thought Caleb McGarry was an absolute bust? I want to see a show of people comments, right?
I'll be honest. At first I did.
Like I said, this Locke said he did.
Got Keyshawn Vlad,
Drew,
Eric Mack, Logan, King Kill, Blizzard.
That man Locke put up 2 hands.
Pretty much, by the way, this chat looked like pretty much everybody thought.
Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody.
This is the reason why you got to trust your coaching staff. Damn near everybody in this chat just said, yeah, I thought he was a bust. But this is the reason why you have to trust Arthur Smith in this regime, because they've already proven that they can turn a potential bust into a productive player. This is the reason why I'm saying to you guys, you got to stop with this Jalen Mayfield. All right, Jalen Mayfield can't get better, or this person can't turn into a star, or this guy's not going to be worth anything, because they proven. He made a believer out of me. They made a believer out of who? They made a believer out of a guy that went to San Francisco playing cornerback. Yeah, they made Isaiah Oliver out of a pretty good player. See, these are the things we're talking about. Just because a guy struggles in the first year doesn't mean he's going to stay there. Got to trust the process. You got to trust the coaching. So, because Jalen Mayfield is for one, he was dealing with injuries. It wasn't the fact that he sucked. He was dealing with injuries all last year, a back injury.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why he didn't play. It wasn't because he sucked.
Who you talking about, Mike? I had to throw some of them more yard pimps up in the air fryer, man.
Talking about Jalen Mayfield. Talking about Caleb McGarry.
Let me stop. I'm gonna stop right now. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He was hurt, but boy, I'm still kind of hot with him about 2021. Boy, he was looking.
This is why I'm saying it's like a lot of people.
He got to redeem himself. I think he will, but he got to.
Jump to a conclusion.
I was one of them.
Hey, Mike, you're mind.
No, it's just everybody.
I'm sitting here, I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them.
It's not one particular guy.
Mm-hmm. You don't mind if I piggyback off of that question?
It's everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, what year was Lidstrom and McGarry drafted in? Was it
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Who was the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons?
When it started back then?
Yeah, he was starting back then.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. See, the reason why Sark failed as an offensive coordinator in Atlanta is because they wouldn't allow him to have a six-pack in the booth. If you would have gave the man a six-pack in the booth, he might have did pretty damn good. But no, he had to be sober. They should have gave Sark a six-pack in the booth. Carry on.
Right. Exactly. Maybe he'd have unlocked them superpowers out of that.
Yeah. Start
Exactly.
You could have had him something. Exactly. You could have had him a nip in the booth.
But
I think right. It was Dirk Cutter. I think Sark had left in 18.
I think it was maybe 17 because remember they got rid of all of them right after the Super Bowl fiasco.
Yeah,
that's when Quinn was throwing everybody under the bus.
Right, that like he did on the two defensive line coaches.
Right, and that's when we was like, why in the world do we have Farmer Fran?
Sark with that 17 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 19 was Dirk Cutter. And Dirk Cutter was calling them 2012 plays in 2020. He was more outdated than spoiled milk, bro.
Now, here's now, like I said, if they were drafted in 2019 and you had Dirk Cutter as your offensive coordinator, you're pretty much running that same system.
That would have been a number of bunch of emotions.
And you have Caleb McGarry, who came out of Washington known as to being a mauler.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a mauler is going to struggle in a system where they're passing the ball 65% of the time.
Thanks, K-Styles. What do we always said about that? Maulers.
That's what I like about Arthur Smith. He was one of the big uglies.
Well, you got to think. The problem with maulers is you spend more time blocking for a quarterback so that he can make a play versus him doing what he's good at. You know what I'm saying? Because you wear the O-line out more when you pass all day long because the guys that running it don't take but maybe a couple seconds. Anything more than 3 seconds on the O-line over a period of time, they start to fall off because they're tired. When you're running the ball, you looking at about at least 1 to 2 seconds. And depending on who your running back is and the lanes that you create, they're gone. So them boys get a chance to kind of like, they get a chance to engage, disengage, move. When you're pass blocking, you're holding it. Whoever you got, you trying to hold that man off as long as you possibly can until that quarterback get the ball out of his hands. And that depends on what his step drop is. Especially if you get a quarterback that's scared and he holds the ball. Now you wearing out the line because they're holding it for 3, 4, 5 seconds.
Just like Drew here says, offensive linemen want to impose their will.
Facts. You got them backing up when you got them backtracking when they're trying to protect the passing quarterback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the reason why I say that too is, like I said, it's not necessarily that they passed the ball 65% of the time. The problem was majority of their plays involved routes going out 10 plus yards.
Yeah.
This is why you saw Calvin Ridley out here running flag routes and being more comfortable catching passes on the sideline because that's all the routes that they were giving him.
Mm-hmm.
See, the other thing too also is in this particular NFL, if you don't have elite pass blockers and offensive line that have been playing together for a while, that's why they're going to the West Coast. That's why the West Coast system is so they're going to it because it's easy. They're going to the RPO because it's easy to pass block because it's quick passes.
and we use a lot of seam routes in the middle of the field. Attacking the middle of the field is the biggest way to get the quickest way to get big plays. So that's why they go into the RPO, because it helps protect the edges, the tackles and whatnot. So this is why you see a lot of especially defenses, they start from the inside out. They don't start from the edge like they used to. You have to have a great defensive end. They don't have it anymore. Everything is being dominated by three techs, inside guys: Grady Jarrett, Aaron Donald, Jeffrey Simmons, guys that were coming up of the Tampa Bay guy right now, Jerry McCoy
in the middle too.
And that, like I said, that's it. That everything's been dominated by the three techs now, because everything is so quick. You got to be able to get to the quarterback fast, and having the edge is important, but having a three tech and a nose tackle that's able to get quick pressure, like DeMarcus Lawrence in New York also, these guys are becoming more valuable because they're going to these offenses where you have to get that ball out quick. So this is the reason why, this is why Caleb McGarry is so much better. This is why guys like in San Francisco, I forget the guy named in San Francisco right now, the right tackle, but Ramchick.
The one that left and went to Denver.
Yeah.
Mike McGlinchey.
The reason why these guys are steadily improving is because they're playing in systems that is based on getting the ball out quick. So again, this is why you don't give up on guys like Caleb McGarry, Jalen Mayfield, because these guys are very good at running the ball. So if you run the ball well, get the ball out quick, your offensive tackles can develop a lot better than what they used to.
Yeah,
because you're not dependent on them 5-step, 7-step drops,
right?
Like Dirk Cutter was. That's why the Atlanta Falcons had trouble developing offensive linemen, because Dirk Cutter wanted to do those 5-step drops every damn play. Okay, Trent Williams is another one.
What about Vita Vea?
Vita Vea, like that's why Vita Vea getting so much, that's why he got so much pressure. Inside pressure. That's why you putting so much on getting a guy like Jalen Carter. That's why Jalen Carter was so highly touted in this draft, because you need inside guys that can get quick pressure.
Yeah, and you got to think, Mike, you wearing out old linemen because you're doing a 5-step drop, and then the quarterback is passing it 20, 30 yards. You know the amount of seconds them dudes got to hold off the defense.
Yeah.
Like you giving them.
That's what he is.
You giving them. They trying to hold off. They're trying to hold off defensive linemen like almost 6-7 seconds.
Yep, the run pass.
And then please don't get a quarterback that's skittish and then he's holding the ball. Like, bruh.
Chris Jones, that's another guy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like you said.
Sheldon Rankins, he's another one. The one that we just signed from the New Orleans, David Onyemata.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Onyemata was wrecking shop.
Like you said, BJ Hill is another one of those type of guys.
The guy in Cincinnati too, DJ Reader.
Yes.
Yeah. So like, and going to what the line installation and repairs here said, true edges matter when we score a point, but if we're going to run the ball and get out of the mud, our 3 and 5 techniques need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And and kind of going off what y'all saying as far as it, and it's one thing that has to be taken account of is the way that defenses are now, they're built to stop the passing game, the quick passing game. And Arthur Smith and the Atlanta Falcons are trying to change that culture to where, okay, you're going to be built to try to take away my quick passing game. Well, we're going to build our offense to bully your shit because your niggas is too small.
Right.
AKA run the damn ball. It's been a while since I said that, by the way, but yeah.
Every last drop.
Mm-hmm.
And see, not only run the damn ball, but pick your poison, because now you got to figure out who you're going to try to match up with. Because what Arthur Smith and them are trying to do is virtually make the zero blitz damn near impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you noticed, and it's two teams, two instances. If you notice, when we played Tampa with Brady, what would they do? When the Falcons were coming back, creeping up on them in points, and they really couldn't get at us, what were they doing? Okay, we gonna zero blitz because we know they ain't got enough linemen to stop. You see what I'm saying? We can overwhelm their line and get to the quarterback easy. Good luck with that now, because if you zero blitz with all them weapons on the field and you don't get to the quarterback, you not only got to worry about the quarterback running for a first down, but you leaving the backfield wide open, which means that you're putting your safeties and your cornerbacks on islands, and that's a recipe for a disaster.
Which comes back to the question is now all the attention is on Bijan Robinson, and that's the crazy thing. A lot of people are not really thinking about. We're putting so much attention, and everybody in the media and all the sports heads, the casual fans, we're all putting so much attention on Bijan Robinson. Is like. And the problem is everybody's already crowning this guy a Hall of Famer before he even takes a snap.
Right.
And you know what happens with that? He becomes the vocal point of offenses.
Yep.
And you know what that means?
Tyler Allgeier gonna eat all day long.
And
Kyle Pitts, Scotty Miller, you name it. Drake London.
Green bean, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb,
Johnny Smith, whatever you like.
This man here, boy.
They all gonna eat, boy. They all gonna eat.
Right.
Because
Adam Sway, the remix guy, by the way. That's my homie.
Because let me ask y'all something. Do you remember the year Kyle Pitts got drafted?
That was
2021, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how those defenses were playing him after he got all that hype coming into the season?
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy, they smothered that man like syrup.
Yeah, he had to learn how to get off presses. He had to learn how to get open in the middle of the field and everything. He was struggling there.
Fries and gravy. That's how they smothered them, boy.
Right.
Biscuits and gravy.
Scattered, smothered, and covered.
He was one of the first rookies I've seen in a good little rookie tight end wide receiver I've seen in a while that literally got bracket coverage from the very first game.
Yeah. Right. Bill Belichick didn't give him no room, bro. Bill Belichick bracketed him. They doubled him. They put corners on. They put safeties on. Bill Belichick was not going to allow him to beat.
Pretty much, they brought everything but the kitchen sink.
Right.
Everything.
Mm-hmm. Right. But see, go ahead, K-Star.
And they made the Falcons rely on. Well, at that time, Calvin Ridley ass wanted to be gone, so
yeah,
they made them rely on Russell Gage and Tajay Sharp to be and Olamide Zaccheaus to be wide receivers 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Now there comes a problem with that, because you see, this is why I say pick your poison. You can go ahead and target Bijan all day long, and Arthur may let you have it 1 game, maybe 2 games, because Kyle Pitts is still going to command some respect on the field. You know what I'm saying? Drake London is still going to command some respect. And then you're going to leave people like Allgeier, Jonnu Smith, and Scotty Miller to their own devices. Good luck with that.
Hey, before
when you were bracket Pitts, you kind of made the offense one dimensional because you know you could kind of deal with the smaller receivers. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah.
You gonna burn out your secondary trying to keep up with everybody.
K-Style, boy, when you mentioned Calvin Ridley, boy, I just came up with a name for
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
FanDuel Ferris.
Exactly. And like Southside here said, y'all see how the Saints cover Pitts every time we played them, and they rarely double team anybody.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the aisle.
Well, see, the thing is, they're trying to crown Bijan not only a superstar, but they're trying to weave it into existence that he could be the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
So,
right there, they gave him number 7.
Well, in essence, what you're trying to do is
that ain't helping out much. That is not helping out at all.
Well, no. Well, see, you got to look at it. You got to either or. You either gonna put this man in the box as a running back, or you gonna make him the face of the franchise. So you mean to tell me that you're saying to the Falcons, all we care about is Bijan making plays. Don't nobody else on the offense mean nothing to us?
Let them think that they gonna fuck around and find out. I need to find that chart.
And when like I said, while you sitting up here, got your eyes peeled on that fine bad chick you see walking down the street, you getting your pockets took, not getting paid attention by motherfuckers like Tyler Allgeier, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Jonnu Smith, Cordero Patterson. Hell, I'll make a bold prediction here. I think
you gonna get the pocket took, and you gonna come out with something you can't get rid of. Keep on.
Right. Plus, they pulling off your fake beard.
Exactly. I'll make a bold prediction here. I think Tyler Allgeier gonna lead this team in rushing touchdowns.
You know what?
I think so too. That ain't a bad idea. That ain't no bad take.
You know what, K-Style? But you know what? It may be similar to what we saw with Allgeier and Drake London with the numbers when Ritter came in the game. But I believe too, Arthur Smith is going to game plan Bijan Robinson game appropriately. So for them teams that's really fortified on defense, he gonna have Bijan out there. So don't be surprised if a couple of games he's a decoy. Do not be surprised if a couple of games he's a decoy.
Why? Because what you're doing is you're setting the matchup. Like I say, if they're going to put all their attention on this dude, now this dude could eat. Now you got this attention. Now you figuring out, this guy's going to be eating. Now you got Kyle Pitts that's going to eat. And Kyle Pitts going to be the key. And Kyle Pitts and Tyler Allgeier is going to be the key for all this shit to work.
Okay.
Because Kyle Pitts is going to take a lot of attention out the middle of the damn field.
Oh, he's going to clear it.
Kyle Pitts gives them the luxury to where you think about bringing that. There you go.
There it is.
Go around
and find out.
Exactly.
There it is right there.
The more you know.
The more you know. And when you find out, you're going to be on the ground holding your face, man, like they right here.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, K-Styles, that means that the crossing routes the Falcons can do are going to be deadly.
Right. And that's where a guy like you was talking about that, what was his Xavier?
Ooh.
Like guys, goddamn,
please explain that to them. They don't understand who that is, man. They don't understand what we discovered.
Well, like I said, where you got like certain guys like, okay, so if we're looking at the wide receiver core, like I said, you got Drake London, you got Scotty Miller, you got, and then like I said, we still ain't seen Jared Bernhardt. We still don't know what they're gonna do with him. But
Right.
like you said, from the two guys I saw undrafted free agency, like I said, it's a long shot that they make the team. But if it's any possibility, where you talking about Xavier Malone and the other cat, what the fuck his name is? Justin Marshall.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, that motherfucker Xavier Malone, man. That I literally see this motherfucker take a 1 yard dig route and ran that bitch for 60.
Took it to the house.
Took it to the house.
The
This
man was
man-
so fast he left the cameraman.
Right.
The cameraman was lost during the play. That's how fast he was.
To
Cameraman
put this
was so
into
shitty, boy.
perspective, this man runs a 4-2-1. So that means when he started to run in the combine, he started and then he reappeared at the end. That's it. There wasn't no running. He just he was done.
Right. And Alice asked about Mike Jones Jr.
My
Who?
Mike Jones.
281-230-8004. Let me know what Mike Jones having at your door. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great with a Mike Jones Jr. Mike Jones Jr. I had to look at a few plays. I looked at some of the plays from his thing is he ain't that fast. He's not really a physical guy. He'll tackle somebody, but it's more on the assist side of the game. So he's not really from what I've seen, he's not really much of a thumper. I mean, his dad would. Because you gotta remember, this is the son of the Super Bowl hero for at the time.
So
Right.
K-Style, is he a Lure Cunning folks or he Paul Warlord and folks? Which one is it?
He Paul Warlord and folks. But the difference with this guy is he will actually make a play in the backfield. I would give him credit on this.
Oh, okay.
No plays in the backfield.
So he got a little bit of gas in the tank.
He got a little gas in the tank. But like I say, it's just something that you're not gonna see a whole lot of plays. Like I said, he may come into this system, he may come in and he may shock some folks. Like I said, I'm still big on Dorian Etheridge myself. But we'll see. But from what I saw was he's kind of like one of the he's a special he's going to be initially a special teams guy.
So
which is
looking like he might be a practice squad dude.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from what I've seen was, like I said, a lot of his tackles, it was him eating off of somebody else making the initial hit. Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
that's
He got a pace promoter.
a promoter. Big Sam, what is it? Origami or is it just straight folding?
Right. Exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know, boy. That thing folded like a motherfucker. But yeah, like I said, go ahead.
The air fryer is a bad friend. Boy.
Well, that boy sitting
The
over
air
there.
fryer. Yeah, but that air fryer make you say this right. Him, boy.
Man, that air fryer was so good, he didn't even put the damn picture up. It just said damn this time.
Right. You just slid that right on out.
But
oh, come on, Southside. Come on, bro.
Nah, don't do it. No, South, no,
Come on,
no.
Southside. Don't do it, man.
Don't do it like they already can't stand trade. They already can't stand the NBA for being like that right now.
Bruh.
No, we not going
Bruh.
there. We not gonna do that, Skip.
We ain't doing it.
We not gonna
we got enough of that going around. We'll talk about that later.
I ain't been
doing that.
Nope.
I want to get y'all take on this, and like I said, this is the final topic of the day. We got about another 10 minutes or so, about another 5-10 minutes, hopefully. But it was brought up earlier as far as the whole Dillon Brooks situation.
How you get fired on your day off?
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing to do. Let's go ahead and smoke some weed.
Well, he on a Tuesday. And you get
But
fired.
for him, it was Friday.
That gotta be sad. You get fired on your day off on a Tuesday.
Okay, so for what a lot of people may not know is what it came out to is that the Memphis Grizzlies said that Dillon Brooks will not be retained by any circumstances.
Lot of D, lot of da, lot of D, lot of da.
They told this man ain't no chance he gonna sign back.
No chance. No chance in hell.
They said ain't no
We
chance
got
coming back.
no chance.
I guess they blame him for losing to LeBron. Them, doing all that talking and then show up.
Bruh. He was showing up in the wrong way.
Hold up. Dillon Brooks, Ron wants to speak to you. He got something to say, brother.
Damn.
Man, I think this is what I think, man. I think they probably trying to get rid of Dillon Brooks. It might sound ridiculous to some people. I think they try to get rid of Dillon Brooks just to try to keep Ja mind right. You never know.
Yeah.
Dillon might be.
I think so. Now, I second that.
He might be a counselor, bro. He might.
That makes sense.
Gotta get the bad influences away from him. I agree, Night Rider. I think that's a perfect example because when you already got a guy that already impressionable, let's keep it real. Ja is impressionable. He's a great basketball player, but he can't think for himself. You can see that he can't think for himself. He doesn't think for himself. Everything around him, his friends, the people around him, help influence him, so he doesn't think for himself. He's not like a LeBron. He's not like a Steph, where they can think for their damn self. He's impressionable, so you got to get those bad seeds away from him. Yeah. So I totally agree with you there.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, get that young man to calm down and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
to Draymond Green, man.
Draymond coming ball though. Draymond ball.
Yeah, he do.
Man,
He talk a lot of crap, but he ball.
Well, you got to think he kind of remind you of Rodman when Rodman first got. Rodman was an enforcer. He did his shit, but when Rodman came in there, he did his thing.
Dillon Brooks is nowhere near that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Half the time with Dillon Brooks, the only time he's on the floor is when he done. It's kind of like with Marcus Smart. The only time they on the floor is when they talking shit or doing something crazy.
Marcus Smart know how to back his up.
He know how to back his up, but yeah, he know how to back his up. But the thing with Marcus Smart too is if he know he can't back it up, he ain't running away from it.
Right.
And what's kind of happened is, and this is where like a lot of people saying that where they feel like he's getting scapegoated is because, okay, they woke up the beast in the damn Lakers for about 2.5 games, and then they won another one, and then they got closed out. But
ain't no scapegoat in that. Ain't no scapegoat in
that. Anytime you get Anthony Brittle Davis to get back in the game, you done something.
Ain't no scapegoat in that. This is what happened to Dillon Brooks. Right here. Fuck Ryan. Find out.
Look around, find out.
Find out.
Exactly. That's what happened to Dillon Brooks right there. Fuck around and find out.
Right. So one of the narratives that come behind it is they're essentially trying to put the blame on them losing to the Lakers on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the narratives out here. I mean, like you said, he talked the trash when they won the first game. They got his ass smoked the next 2 games and deleted himself off of social media after that.
He did not read the room.
I seen a video. One dude walked up on Dillon Brooks at the airport. He's like, "Hey man, you gotta pad the ball, dog. Share the care."
Dog.
But here's the question. Here's the question that comes behind it, and this is one thing that I've seen been going around here lately, as far as Hawk land is. Should the Hawks look into Dillon Brooks?
Hell no.
Nope. Nah.
Hell
nope.
no.
Absolutely.
No.
Hell no.
To
the no. Hell to the no.
No.
Hell to the no.
I don't heard too many. I don't heard way too many rumors about his off the field, off the court issues. So hell no. Okay, hell no.
Nope.
Hey, look, y'all looked at me like this.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Wait a minute. Oh no about that.
Nah. I'm good on that, pimp. Nope.
We don't need none of our players trying to look. We don't need none of our players crotch grabbing in the middle of the game. We're not doing that.
We're allergic to fake thugs over here.
You keep your wannabe Dennis Rodman, ASAP Rocky's light-skinned version head ass far away from State Farm Arena. Don't you bring your ass here. You don't want to hear that bullshit.
Get now get.
Now get the hell on. Don't touch that coat.
Sir,
damn shame what they did to that dog.
Thank you.
Damn shame what they did to that
Do
dog.
not cross I-20.
That's it.
No.
Go not collect $200. Bye.
Go straight to jail.
Right. Bypass.
We'll let you get out of here. Don't come.
So like you said, eventually they're saying he's gonna be a free agent next year. What Knight Rider said about the keeping him away from John thing, I never thought about it like that. They do got
right Dillon Brooks will be playing with the big 3 next year.
Wait. You don't mean you don't mean couch, pillow, and sofa cushion.
I'm not gonna put that on him like that, man. I didn't know damn well. I think the thing is he just needs like he just need to be on a team with a lot of veterans. Some motherfuckers, just like I said, he pop off at the mouth and said he just needs some OGs over there to check his ass.
He need to go and listen to what The Rock says. You know what The Rock says? You know your role and shut your mouth.
Right. Gut punching one good time. Talking.
Jew, this is the first time I say Jew. Like, Jew, shut the hell up. He talking about y'all know stuff.
Nah, Jew, we good. No, we don't do crotch grabbing over here.
He stopped LeBron one game and got on a combined 55 to 60 put on the next 2 games. I was like, nah, he's
Dillon Brooks, if you want to touch a man in that area, you got a little too much lemonade in your ass. We don't need
freshly squoze.
Said not the pineapple with the stem sticking up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Gil. Wait a minute. No.
Yeah.
Right. Look, y'all do realize every time we put his face on there, his hairline get further back. I just want y'all to know that.
Hey, you leave
Exactly.
Russ alone. He's a natural.
I'm just saying, we worrying him to death.
When he come to your house and he put you in the Dominator through your front room table, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, "You got nothing."
I ain't had nothing to do with it.
I'll be looking like, bro. I'll be on the floor looking like, damn, this nigga literally just picked my big ass up and slammed me on the table.
Nope.
I was talking shit, but I was doing it nice.
I will put barbed wire on my doorknob.
Right. So
I'm
sitting. I'm like this is my thoughts while I'm sitting here laying through my damn table on the floor with my face slapped against the floor. I'm thinking like,
popcorn salt all in your hair.
I'm like,
it ain't my damn fault. It ain't my damn fault.
Look, man, mess around. I'm hanging from my own coat hanger on the wall.
I'll be sitting here thinking like, I know.
This is exactly what's gonna be going through your head as you think about that right now.
Look, I'll be sitting here thinking like, bro, I know I did not just literally just sat here. This dude just walked right into my house. I mean, his hairline goes all the way back to the 20s.
Right. I was gonna say the 70s.
So he came in and he slammed me and I'm here kissing the floor right now. I shit my pants and my shoes is on the other side of the damn room.
Wait, hold up. Wait, K-Style. Wait a minute.
Hey, don't question at all. Just let it ride.
Wait a minute, K-Style. Come on, bro. Come on, first of all. Wait a minute.
Let it ride, Warren. No, let it ride.
I'm like,
we gonna have a discussion about this after the show.
Let this ride. I don't want no explanations. Let this shit ride.
I'm just sitting here like, okay, I'm just sitting here. I just literally got slammed, and the last thing I remember is right before I hit the floor, I felt the shoes fly off.
Oh my god. Oh man!
Mike saying your song.
Wait for Mike to hold it back. I know he don't want to hear our conversation.
No, sir. No. We want to have a PG show for once, goddamn. For once.
I'm like, bro. I'm thinking is how the hell did I get dominated through a damn table so hard I shit myself?
Hey, look, hey, Knight Rider, and when he come in, he playing the Nation of Domination theme song.
And then he gonna look down at you. He gonna look around for a minute, and he gonna do this right here.
And then after he leaves, and he eat all the bologna sandwiches that I got in my refrigerator. I'm sitting there.
Not the Oscar Mayer. Oh, wait a minute. Not the Oscar Mayer. And the Wonder Bread.
So how much y'all?
I'm sitting here. I'm contemplating like, bro, this dude just came in.
Oh my god, man!
Slammed me to the table, ate all my food, and walked off.
Pack it up, man. Pack it up.
I just want to make sure this ain't on camera because if it happens, I don't want to be viral for this shit.
But look, K-Star laying on the floor like Loki.
No.
All right, y'all, man. We're gonna go ahead and roll up on out of here, man. We done kind of passed the threshold of time. The more of
Hey, K-Star. Man, Mike, do we want to have a public service announcement?
No, we don't. We gonna let that ride.
Okay. All right.
So we're just gonna go ahead and wind down for the
Look
night.
at the boss say let it ride. He said let it ride.
That's it. Yeah.
We definitely appreciate everybody tuning in.
We see you, motherfucker. We're gonna say that.
Hey, look, I was about to say, and if it slips again, the gloves come off.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman.
So that's all I'm gonna say on that. And I'm gonna put this warning shot all across the board, and I keep saying this. Eyes is everywhere. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you can get the hell out of here. Okay.
Expeditiously.
Take that train for a point.
And if we ain't down for that, we got 2 words for you.
Woo! Wait a minute. That's one word. Wait a minute. That's one word.
You moved twice, so technically it's 2 words.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Wait a minute. That's only one.